In the celestial hierarchy, some souls are built not of soft clay, but of tempered steel and ancient stone. To cross these signs is to invoke a cosmic law that does not believe in the easy exit of an apology. They don't just hold a grudge, they build a fortress around it, transforming your betrayal into a monument of why they can never let you in again. This is the gravity of the unbreakable, a psychological landscape where trust is a one-way mirror. Once cracked, it is shattered into 1,000 jagged shards that can never be fused back together. When you fail these signs, you aren't just losing a friend. You are being erased from a sovereign history, exiled from a throne you will never sit upon again. 1. The Obsidian Sentinel, Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't just remember a betrayal, they archive it in their DNA. Their secret psychology is rooted in survival and the absolute necessity of emotional security. For a Scorpio, trust is a blood oath, and shattering that trust is an act of spiritual warfare. They don't forgive because, in their world, a second chance is just an opportunity for you to strike a deeper wound. They would rather live in the cold solitude of their own power than risk the vulnerability of a compromised perimeter. To them, your mistake was a revelation of your true character, and they believe people don't change. They just get better at hiding. 2. The Iron Strategist, Capricorn. Capricorn views life as a relentless climb toward a summit of integrity, and you are either an asset or a liability. Their psychology is strictly transactional and high stakes. If you deceive a Capricorn, you have proven yourself to be a faulty foundation, and they have no interest in building their future on shifting sand. They don't hold on to anger. That's a waste of energy. They simply replace you. The forgiveness you seek doesn't exist because you have been mathematically removed from their equation of success. They move on with a chilling, professional finality that leaves no room for reconciliation. 3. The Perfectionist Judge, Virgo. Virgo's lack of forgiveness stems from a psychological need for order and purity. When you betray them, you introduce noise into their perfectly calibrated system. They have likely spent months, even years, ignoring the small red flags. But once you cross the final line, the data is conclusive. Their secret psychology is one of hyperrationality. If you failed them once, the probability of you failing them again is 100%. They don't just hold a grudge. They hold a trial where you've already been found guilty. Forgiveness, to a Virgo, feels like a betrayal of their own intellect. 4. The Fixed Fortress, Taurus. Taurus is the earth itself, slow to move, but impossible to shift once they've set their mind. Their psychology is built on the sanctity of the inner sanctum. If you are lucky enough to be let in, you are expected to provide absolute fealty. When that trust is broken, it feels like an earthquake to their very sense of safety. Because they value stability above all else, your betrayal represents a fundamental threat to their peace. They will lock the gate, bury the key, and become a wall of silent, immovable stone. You might still be in the same room, but to a Taurus, you have already become a ghost. 5. The Regal Exile, Leo. Leo's pride isn't just vanity. It is the protective coating on the biggest heart in the zodiac. Their secret psychology is one of royal consequence. When you hurt a Leo, you haven't just offended a person, you have committed treason against the light they gave you. Because they love with such radiating energy and theatrical devotion, a betrayal feels like a total eclipse. Their ego cannot survive the humiliation of being made a fool, so they protect themselves by cutting you out of the script entirely. They won't hunt you down for revenge. They will simply withdraw their warmth, leaving you to freeze in the shadow of their absence. The golden rule for surviving the unforgiving is transparency before the storm. You cannot fix a betrayal with these signs after the fact. You must prevent it by offering radical, preemptive honesty. Once the vault is locked, the combination is changed forever. To achieve a place in their lives, you must understand that trust is not a gift. It is a debt that must be paid in full every single day. If you felt the chill of these cosmic gates closing, or if you're the one holding the keys, hit that like button and subscribe. The stars don't lie, and neither do we.